precision like, hey.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And we are underway from Kansas City. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it looks like the defense has got it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Hey, yo, go. 15.
Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
43!
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. And this pass caught by Gray. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 20, here's a second down and 9. Here's Purdy. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
The tight end in motion right. Purdy bootlegging it. Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. George Karlaftis in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football
as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted.
It's Jair Brown who's got it. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground, McCaffrey again. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Purdy looking to throw.
And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
This is McCaffrey. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skill showing the power, but just not much room to operate. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
2nd down from the 8. They can get a 1st down by reaching the 5.
Now a run with McCaffrey. Busts through the tackle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Purdy.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Nick Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick, and the Chiefs will take over here just shy of the 30.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
And that is incomplete here.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Now Mahomes gives to Hunt, and only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
That is caught. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
On play action, it's Mahomes. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A line of scrimmage once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a 1-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one. To me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Christian McCaffrey.
64 yards.
And the Niners are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run with McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
The Arrowhead crowd in full roar. Here's 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
57. Yellow. Return.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now, 2nd and goal. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Christian McCaffrey with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Niners have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Moody good with the extra point.
And that makes it a 17-10 score.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Attack, attack! Right side!
Here's Mahomes.
Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
On Sunday. Right side!
Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Right side!
Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks.
Here it is, 4th and inches.
Right!
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them in bounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
2nd down, goal to go.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. One final try for Mahomes. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down 1. It's tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Hey, dribble it, dribble it. Right side.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes.
Looking for Hopkins, and he's got him on the crossing route.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So third down coming up. And Charles, I guess a question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. It puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it.
Hey, yo, hey, go gun. Right side.
Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Second down and 3.
Fire down these two. Fire down these two. Right side.
They run right side with Hunt. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Right side.
Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Yellow.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Right side.
Mahomes will throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
At the 49ers 16-yard line.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Right side.
Here's Mahomes to throw.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Right side.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Isaac Yedem picks it.
And the 49ers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal coming back the other way.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
2nd and 10. To throw is Purdy.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that 2nd overtime in just a moment.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
115 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. McCaffrey.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.